So I remember back then in secondary school, I had just gotten into GS1. I was on scholarship at a certain school, and I don't know, I think the fact that I was just on scholarship just made me a victim of bullying. I didn't even spend more than one term in that school because I ended up leaving their scholarship for them because the scholarship was great. The bullying was greater than the free education. And I remember one thing that they always used to say, you laugh like a hyena. Eh? Amy, hyena. But you know, at that early age, it was something that could obviously get to me, and it did get to me, but I was very stubborn. I was one of those children that have coconut head. No matter what you say, if I want to laugh right now, I'm going to laugh right now. If the entire class says it's a hyena laughing, so be it, we have a hyena in our class. But I'm really glad that they did not take that laughter away from me, because who would have thought that 5, 10, 15 years down the line, people around the world will tell me my laughter brings joy to their hearts, my laughter makes them happy, my laughter is contagious. I am glad they didn't take that from me, because I realized that laughter was actually an element of my superpower. Now, what is... Clap for me, Joe. Thank you. Now, let's talk about superpowers. Earlier on, my manager was saying, you are bringing Mavin, you are bringing Star Wars to Covenant University. I'm like, no, chill, that's not what I'm talking about. What exactly is your superpower? Your superpower is something that comes effortlessly for you. Your superpower is something that is unique to you, a special skill, something that you do with ease. Now, your superpower can actually be as easy as rolling your tongue. Now, you might be asking me, what do I want to use that one to do? Is that why I came to Covenant to study for 4 or 5 years, just to learn how to roll my tongue? Okay, my superpower is rolling my tongue. What can I do with it? But you wouldn't believe that there is a 9-year-old in Indian Book of Records just because of that skill, rolling her tongue. Now, that is to say that this lady, this young girl actually discovered her superpower early. Now, you're wondering, okay, I'm how old now? 23, 18, 19, 20, and I have still not discovered my superpower. Here's the thing, there is no certain time to discover your superpower. Yes, some people might discover it as early as age 3. There's this DJ in South Africa who started DJing at the age of 3. Yes, he was lucky enough to have actually discovered it early. But still, that does not say that he's the best DJ in the world, or that is not to say that some other DJs would not come and win awards because he discovered his at the age of 3. I mean, look at the lady in Black Panther, for example. At the age of 88, she discovered her superpower, acting. And you know, she featured in Black Panther in her 90s. So you can see that you might either discover it early or you might discover it late. The main thing is that you actually discover your superpower. Now, what is my superpower? My superpower is my personality. See, I'm a sweet girl. Forget it. I'm a very sweet girl. I'm loving, I'm genuine, I'm authentic. And I've realized that is my superpower. I have the ability to, you know, just warm up to people. And I brought that superpower into the industry that I'm in today. I did not actually set out to be in that industry, but that one is a story for the next TEDx that you call me for. I did not set out to, you know, become a media personality. I actually set out to be a medical doctor because my father always said, oh, you look like a doctor. You're going to be a doctor. And so I said, I was going to be a doctor, my God. But look at me standing here talking about superpowers. But you see, my superpower is my personality. And I'm lucky that I discovered it early enough. Even though I went into school to study microbiology, in school I realized that I actually enjoy talking. I love talking to people. I love communicating. So why not let me be a TV presenter? Why not let me be a radio presenter? And I'm like, you're already studying microbiology. You cannot even think of going to mass communication. And I'm really glad that I never made that switch. Because now I have the best of both worlds. I'm a microbiologist, and I'm also a media personality without even studying for it. Give me my flowers. So yes, I discovered my superpower, and I'm using it today. So it's never too early, and it's never too late. But the thing is, don't expect your superpower to be an automatic path to success. Because there are times that I get no's at audition. Yes, you are screaming for me today, but some people will still say, no, we don't want her in our movie. We don't want her on our project. And it's okay. Because they say no does not mean that I have to dump my superpower. I say, oh, I don't have a superpower. No, if I dumped it, I won't be here today receiving all this love from you guys. So it is not an automatic path to success. The fact that it's your superpower does not mean that it's going to open all the doors for you. So when those doors you are knocking are not opening, it's okay for you to know that it still does not change the fact that you have that superpower and you are going to use that superpower. By show of hands, how many of you are familiar with Harry Potter? By another show of hands, how many of you are familiar with the fact that she was turned down by 12 publishers? Not many, because that doesn't matter. The cocoa is that we know Harry Potter today, yes or yes? So the main thing is that you become successful with your superpower. That is going to be the only thing that people would remember. Nobody would remember the struggles. But if you don't get to that part where you are successful, she did not get to the part where she was accepted by a publisher, we would not be raising our hands for anything Harry Potter today. She was turned down by 12 different publishers, and this took her 5 years. For 5 years, she got no's. And you can imagine how that felt for a first-time author, J.K. Rowling. This was her first book. It's something that if many of us were in our shoes would have said, it's like God is telling me that it's not my calling. No. What other sign do I want to see that it is not my calling to be a writer? I've written this book, 12 people said no. Is it until 20 people say no? But no, she believed so much in it, which is taking me to the very next point. You have to value your superpower. See, nobody would value it for you except you value it. You have to be able to sell your superpower. You have to know it yourself, and that way you'll be able to sell it to the world, and then you continue to believe in it. She believed so much in it. She valued her superpower, and she persevered, which is why when they kept saying no, what was she doing? She kept on developing the stories. She kept on developing each character, which is why that book is so detailed. It was not a rush book, because this was something that they had turned down several times. And for 5 years, she kept going back to the drawing table. She kept developing the idea over and over again till she finally got that yes. And that yes turned out to be the biggest yes of her life. I mean, it was worth over $100,000. This was in the 90s. You can imagine what that was worth in those years. They began to bid for her book. You can imagine how stupid the people that said no would have felt. But it's not their fault. It probably was not. It wasn't her time then. And maybe God wanted the story to be better developed. And so at the time when she got that yes, it was the yes that she really needed for persevering so much. So like I said, it is not an automatic door to success. But trust me, if you know your superpower, if you value your superpower, people would value it. This is not to say people would not laugh at you. I mean, look at them laughing at me. I wish I could find those secondary school students today and call them into this one and say, come, just stand there. Stand there. Wait. Make some noise! And you would just imagine how they will feel today, realizing that they were bullying me for something that people around the world will be tuning in to watch every Sunday, will be tuning in to watch at every single day on YouTube. Someone asked me at a YouTube event a few days ago, and she said, Tomike, I want to build my YouTube subscribers, but I don't want those subscribers that are just anyhow subscribers. I want good quality subscribers that, I would say, you guys should go and buy this, and they would go and buy it. I said, first of all, I would not say that this came easy. And the first thing I would say is I give glory to God for being able to say, oh, you guys, this is this thing. Go and buy it. It is actually God's grace, and I do not take that for granted. But aside that, it is also as a result of the hard work that I've put in over the years. It's as a result of me realizing my superpower and using it to the maximum. I mean, using it to the fullest. When you discover it, it's okay for you to say you want to milk it. It's okay for you to say, oh, you want to monetize it. And it's okay for you to say you do not want to monetize it, but do we want to make money or not? So I advise you monetize it. It's very important. And so I said to her, I realized that there was really nobody like me. In short, there is absolutely nobody in this world that is like me. And same goes for every single person seated here today. There is only one you. So look at you sitting here today admiring Tomike and saying, oh, I really like Tomike. I would like to be like Tomike. I would like to do what Tomike does. I like how she talks. I like how she walks. I like how she speaks. I like how she laughs. But guess what? There is already a Tomike at the table. So when you are coming to the table, what are you bringing? You can't bring another Tomike. What are you going to bring? You. Because there is only one you. So once you recognize that, you are going to value that, and you know that this is what I am bringing to the table, and you bring it with your A game. There is this confidence that comes with knowing what you have. Nobody can tell you nonsense. And even people that do stupid things believe that as well. That's why that confidence at times, you see some funny things trending online, and you are like, so you went to the studio, you called the producer, they played beats for you, and this is what you sang. But guess what? You will join him and sing the song too. You will sing the nonsense that you are insulting. Why? Because he was so confident in himself to go and record it. And you would even help him trend on top of the matter. Why? Because you are insulting him. So at the end of the day, is it going to make money or not? So you have to be confident. Some people will tell you, oh, you are saying nonsense, you are doing nonsense. I remember the very first time I said I wanted to be a TV presenter. This was even in secondary school. Before I even thought of diverting, it would actually be nice being a TV presenter. My friend said, so we'll be watching you on NTA, we and our children when we grow up. And we'll be like, where are they today now? So that brings me to the end of my talk. You should know your superpower. You should value your superpower. You should root for your superpower because it's very peculiar to you. It's very unique to you. And God has put that superpower in you for a reason. There is no race for you to discover it. I mean, nobody is chasing you. It's okay for you to have discovered it. And it's still okay for you not to have discovered it yet. Why? Because you are not dead yet. Because God still has purpose for you on this earth. But the important thing is that you discover it. Because if I did not discover mine, I won't be standing right here in front of you today. Thank you very much.